Hey guys, just gonna share the link here. Starting a little early, I decided. Just gonna share the link. Let me just share on Twitter. And Telegram. All right, let's hop over. Hey, Gulub. All right, so I'm just gonna start off by going over a couple, I guess 2 nights ago, as price was rallying up here, I came up with an idea, and I'm gonna, I kind of botched how I traded this, so I'll go over that. But I'm just gonna share what the idea was in the members live stream here. So this is just over in Discord. I'll just play a quick clip, what I was thinking, and then I'll tell you how I approached it and how I'm approaching this going forward. But this is the clip, triple zigzag type correction here. You could actually see us push out of this channel, swing failure this high for the X in the corrective wave into the 786, and then back into this channel, ultimately to the support 786. Okay, so that was my idea, and that aligns with this harmonic idea I've shared already, the butterfly harmonic. But so we did get this push up, and unfortunately, I was considering scaling into this position, but I thought it was quite likely that we take this high, and so I was waiting for this high to get taken. I mean, we probably took it by like a couple dollars. I was waiting for a little bit of a push higher or retrace and a push higher. So I didn't actually get that short, which is unfortunate, but that's just the name of the game in trading, I suppose. So anyways, just looking back, I probably could have started to scale into a short here with a stop loss above the highs. That would have been my validation. So to get a piece of this move, I typically do that, but I didn't. So missed that short, that's okay. And then because I was anticipating a run up here, I'll just show where I'm going to delete this channel now, where I misplayed a long here. And then I'll go over kind of what my plan is. So as we were coming down, I had this idea of, because I was anticipating still a push higher, I'm actually going to delete this as well for now. Oh, let me turn off my desktop audio. Because I was anticipating a push higher, I saw that this golden pocket aligned with this trend line, as like this was when we were about here, and it was also an old point of control from our volume profile, which we had found as nice support before. It's not the point of control now, but this is where this bounced off of this rejection. So anyways, I took that long with invalidation lower and ended up getting stopped out of that. So I missed the short, took this long. That's okay. And so what I'm looking for now is probably accepting that the X is put in, obviously. I missed kind of my target by probably 50, 60 bucks. So we didn't take that high. So what I'm hoping to do, if this is a correct count, is I would like to take these lows for the A and then trade this back up to the B. So there's a couple confluences here. I know this is messy with all these Elliott waves on here. But so the idea would be that we have this golden pocket retracement for the B wave, which would come in to backtest this trend line. And it would also align with something like this for a trend line as well. So that would be the idea. Hopefully get a swing failure here and look for a potential long up into this B wave and then short back down into the final leg C. Look for longs down there. up into a wave 3. I went over this count in more detail into the in the members group, but basically there's some really nice confluences for this count. But I did misplay this corrective wave a little bit. So anyways, that's what I'm looking for. It's also possible we don't swing failure of these lows. That's what I would like to see happen. And yeah, that's just how I'm approaching Bitcoin. I think this idea of this corrective triple zigzag, it still looks really nice. And coming in to put in a wave 2. So that's pretty straightforward. Someone's saying the stream froze for them. It's all good for Hashem. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I obviously anything can happen. You know, if I clear up some of this TA, let's go here, take off these Elliott waves. This is just a range that we're in. So I'd like to take the range lows. We may not, but ultimately we're just in a local range here, coming down to the lows of the range. I'd like to do something like that. Waiting for that. Honestly, I've been debating. Even if we have some strength, I may take a long on a retracement, but I'm also fine to just look for a short here and look for my longs lower. For anyone new just showing up, I just kind of went over how I approach this. Some, I think, execution error on my part. You know, this long, I would say, is just a losing trade, but it kind of is a bit of a cascading effect because I was expecting higher for the X wave, expecting a possible retracement this way. But anyways, so I think ultimately I'd like to see where alts are at as Bitcoin comes to these targets and maybe trade some alts along with Bitcoin. Obviously coming into the weekend. So, you know, a swing failure of these lows is a trade I'd trade on the weekend. I typically don't like to trade too much on the weekend, but if I get this set up on the weekend, I'll probably trade it. Look for something like that. And then ultimately my targets are much higher on this. And this would be a trade that I'd be certainly willing to hold up into the 34K region for a take profit. I might take a small take profit at the top of this range, but yeah, I wouldn't be taking profits on this too quickly. I'd be happy to let it get stopped out if it doesn't work, but it would definitely be more of a swing position through the end of the month. And yeah, there's some final targets up in the 42K region. I initially had some targets, I'll show you here. If that long idea works out. I initially had some targets intersecting with this trend line and a golden pocket intersection, which comes in around here. But this new Elliott wave count that I have does see a push out through these targets, which is the one-to-one extension of a hypothetical 3-4. And then it's also the 382 from high to low. So from 69,000 down to this low, they align nicely. The reason I like this is it would actually see us break this trend line, which I think would get people quite bullish and then could end in a complete retracement. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at. And I just wanted to give you guys that update. I haven't done a public live stream in a few days. We are getting some strength here on Bitcoin. So, you know, I'm just going to see how this price reacts. There's some resistance above us and might look to long a local retracement. Maybe just take profits on that quickly, stop loss to entry, but ultimately would like to get the swing failure of this low. I think that'd be a much nicer setup. So yeah, I think on altcoins, near is in a bit of a descending channel. The other night I missed it because it was at 4 in the morning, but we had this descending channel on near. We actually had two, like it's channel within a channel, and so I'd been looking for longs at the lows of this range. We got some like 3% impulses, but then when we lost these lows, I said I'd like to long the lows of this channel, which it was just 3 in the morning, so I missed it. We got a nice impulse. We're still in this descending channel, coming down to the middle of the channel now, which I think is nice support. But ultimately, I'm going to probably trade alts along with Bitcoin at this point. The only shorts that I hold right now are on Ethereum, as I had shorted this 786 retracement, and then we had an 886 retracement, so I shorted both of those. And we obviously just rejected from this trend line, and so I never got stopped out of my ETH shorts. I did get stopped out of my Bitcoin shorts from up here the other day. At entry, though, so I took profits, then got stopped out at entry, and again, didn't reopen them. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update. I don't know if there's really too much more to go into. I think, as far as longs go locally here on Bitcoin, if there's some strength, you know, looking for a retracement. If we don't get one, I'd like to short up here, down to here, look for a long, and yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. So if you guys don't have any questions, I might just wrap it up. Keep this one short and sweet. I did want to do it as a live stream in case anyone had questions, but it appears they do not. All right, well, hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, maybe I'll update both in the members group, and if we get the swing failure, I'll update my thoughts here in the public Telegram as well. Yeah, I'll share this Elliott wave count. All right, thanks guys. Have